Yo, test, test. Hello, hello. What's up? Who do we got here today? So we got three people here. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Who's in the house? That's a big setup. We got five people. Slowly filling up. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? The boss. The boss is on vacation. He went to Utah. He's out doing cheap stuff. um, phone calls. Let's see. Oh, wow. Thanks, T-Town. Hey, what's up, Boyd?
Hey, what's going on?
Dude, not too much. It's been a while. It's
Yes,
it's still daylight over there.
I hope so. It's 7 a.m. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think what's the time where you are? Like 5 p.m. or not?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah, so we'd be 9 hours behind, but then a day. So today's Wednesday morning, 7 a.m.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. Yeah,
Hey,
Rick's. I've been good. Found out we have a another little one on the way.
yeah. Well, that's close. How old was the one? It was your daughter that I met in Atlanta.
she's gonna be 2 years old in November 1st.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I got two similar gap, like quite close. They're 2 years apart.
Yeah. Dude, it's fun and it's exciting. Having a 2-year-old is pretty interesting. Like,
Oh my gosh.
there's never a day where I cease to be amazed. There's just always something new. Like, oh,
Yeah.
so you do that now.
Yeah. 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 Between
But
2 and 4, it's crazy. They just grow and do so much. They pick up absolutely everything.
mm-hmm. And I'm just like really curious to see if like this next one's gonna be a lot more calm and just like easygoing, or I don't know.
How many kids do you have? Just one?
Yep.
Oh, usually the second one's the wild one. So uh,
Oh.
buckle up, big guy.
Oh man. So how's things over there in Australia?
Yeah, really good. Everything's good. We're reverse season, so right now it's almost summertime. I think we start summer the 1st of December, so it's
Nice.
good weather. Yeah,
That's cool. And how's tinning out that way? Is everything pretty busy or consistent?
everyone had been a little quiet just due to lack of supply with cars and stuff. You know, all that crap for the last 2 3 years. But I think
Yeah.
it's kind of back to normal now.
That's good. I think out here right now, like the biggest thing is architectural.
Yep.
Is gaining a lot of popularity and the momentum is crazy. There's not like I feel like automotive isn't as hype as it used to be, but everything just keeps selling out as far as the architectural side goes. Like it's very hard to get film handlers and
Yeah, I
security
noticed.
film is just really yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, we got a film handler. Are we actually live in the group, or it's just me and you chatting?
No, we're live.
Oh, hey
But
guys.
it's not really big. I think we have 7 viewers. Right
Oh,
now
okay,
it's just
that's
Tim
okay.
Johnson.
Emmy.
Cash is on here. I'm not sure if you know David Weimer. He's a good guy. He's been kind of laying low. He's a guy that hops around all the window tint lives like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's been kind of laying low because he's busy with school. He's going to school for marketing out
okay,
in Pennsylvania.
yeah. So no, so we had the same thing with the film handlers. There was none in Australia. I managed to get one because we installed a cutting table in our one of our offices. Um, but as soon as I had it, I had a few people asking me if they can get one, but they just you can't get them, or you have to fly them in from the States, and yeah, it's obviously quite expensive by the time you convert to Australian dollar and then add shipping and stuff like that.
Yeah. And how are the duties like getting things imported from the states? Is it
Uh,
insane?
no, it's not too bad. So we pay GST, which is like sales tax. So that's 10%, and I think there's another 10 on top of that, just for clearance and stuff. So it's not too bad. Like so with the sales tax. you pay that, but then you get it back. So if it was a $10,000 order, we would have to pay $1,000 in taxes, but then it reverses when you do your tax season.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
that's not
it's
bad.
not, yeah, it's in and out sort of thing. So yeah, no, it's not too bad. Yeah, stuff from like China, Korea, UK, USA, bringing that stuff to Australia is not too bad.
Hmm.
Are you going to be
Good.
over at SEMA?
I'm not. I wish I could. There's just a lot going on. I'm working on like film brand marketing. Because we sell our own in-house brand called Helios. It's
Yes,
really
yeah,
good really good Reeboks film. We're just not really like out there because I don't think Rick really has any interest in like pushing it out there like
yeah.
that, but I kind
Are
of
you
like.
guys, do you supply a fair bit of it? Because are you Michigan? You're down
Yeah,
that way,
we're in
aren't
Michigan.
you?
Yeah,
Yep,
we supply a lot locally, and then we supply a lot throughout the states, and then a little bit in Canada as well.
yep,
It's
yep,
just we a lot of the branding seems to be kind of like outdated. It's like all the same stuff
yep.
that we came up with when we first came out with the film, maybe like 5 6 years ago. So I've been working on trifolds and postcards and like little things you can include with like new customers and stuff, and
It's
um
it's kind of difficult. We do something similar here, and it's just like an endless amount of work that you need to do. Like
yeah,
creating
and
point of sale and
I'm
marketing. Yeah,
I'm trying to like come up with stuff for the end consumer too, something that
yeah,
will kind of like become a product that sells itself eventually. I think, and we get a lot of
yeah, yeah,
detailers that are turning into tint shops, and they come in for a service, and it'd be nice for them to have something on the counter, like, oh, you guys provide tinting services too,
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of having to like be the one to start the conversation. The customer could just spot it and be the one to bring that up.
Yeah, gotcha.
But right now I'm in graphic design school, and I think we talked a little bit about it when you were in
Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm scheduled to graduate in the spring, and right now the classes I'm taking are like all typography and brand building and stuff like that. And so I'm like starting to see like a lot of things in like new perspectives, and it's been kind of cool. I'm learning how to like storyboard as well. Like you come up with an
yeah,
idea, how to like sketch it out, and it's like weird because we're like shifting into like a different direction with like videography, and like even though I have nothing, like I'm not gonna be out here producing videos or anything, but there's like ways that they like stay organized that
yep.
keeps them like on task, and I'm like picking up stuff from that, and maybe I can like somehow mesh that into my creative process. I mean, it's kind of like you know uh things that people clean pots and pans with became the chiseler for chiseling out
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and it's just like everything's repurposed somewhere, so I don't know, maybe knowledge can be gained and repurposed too.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you enjoying school? I know last time I spoke to you said it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Challenging,
I'm going, and it's a lot, man. I think I picked up a lot more than I can handle, but it is what it is.
yeah, nice.
It's insane. I'm just constantly either here working, or I'm at the school, or I'm at home doing homework, and it just seems to like take up most of my time, and like the little time I have left over, I'm like doing yard work or
Yeah,
whatever I can to you know play dad.
yeah,
But I try to think like it's all temporary, and I'm sure like 10 years down the line, I wish that I could be back where I'm at today. So I guess cherish these moments while I have them.
yeah.
Oh
That's cool.
man,
I
it
think
can
I
be
think
a
it's good.
lot though.
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, not. I don't think enough people get into self development, whether it's like reading or listening or going back and doing some study.
Yeah,
So it's always good if you're able to do that and increase your skills.
yeah. It's just my issue was there was like limited availability in one of the basic classes, like the early on courses.
Yep.
And I made really good friends with the program director, and I'm like, I'm like way more I'm very capable to do these classes, and this class sold out, and so like unless like you sign off on this, I can't take these classes, and it's gonna set me back a whole year. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. You can just take that class later.
Yep.
And the school that I'm at, they're like the guy. He's very old school. He started graphic designing way before computers were even thought of. So
Yep.
everything was done by hand, and you mix colors, and you do presentations in marker, and like everything's just like so old school. And he's like one of those guys that like comparable to the window tinting industry, like you got the old school guys that would rather teach you to hand cut before you make it to the
Yep.
plotter. And so this
Yep.
guy is very much like this with graphic designing. Like, you want to learn graphic design, you're going to do it by hand before you do it on the computer. So
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
into all the advanced computer classes, and now I'm back to the like doing it by hand because I skipped ahead and I forgot how time consuming it was. And so that's like kind of my issue right now. I had to go buy a bunch of art supplies, and there's like a million different types of paper, and everything has a purpose. It's
Yep.
wild.
So I'm
But
just see if I can shift my phone to something a bit better. No, it's probably not going to work. I don't have a cradle. I wanted to have a cradle, so it's like a bit difficult. We'll leave it
but
how it was.
yeah, right now we're working on vehicle livery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like food truck wraps and stuff like that. So that's like very exciting. That was originally what pushed me into graphic design, because I've always liked people that did custom wraps.
Do you guys? Yeah. Did you see a lot of that down there? Like fleet branding, and I know some people there that are quite big in it.
Yeah, that's actually what I want to get into. And Kyle Whalen,
Yeah. Yeah.
dude, huge inspiration of mine. Him and Greg. Like, I feel like the work that they put out there is like amazing. Oh yeah, and I was supposed to do a trailer quote for Cash. I am so sorry, I forgot all about that. But we'll see it. It'll all play out. Um,
And will you
how's
guys be? You'll be over in Chattanooga.
Yeah, yep. And it's on the week of my birthday, so it's gonna be
Wow.
my birthday present. Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep, yep. Yeah, we're really excited. Because there's just so much to do in Chattanooga. There's a lot of activities like outside of the convention center, like hang gliding and amusement parks and an aquarium. Like Athens was really cool, but you really had to drive out to go see a lot of the cool stuff. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then my mother's side of the family, they're all in Tennessee, so I try to go out to Tennessee any chance I get, and then I can go visit my siblings, and you know, um, and Nashville's real fun too. I really like it in Nashville.
How far is Nashville from Chattanooga? I've never been over that way.
Uh, I would say it's
Uh,
about like, I don't know, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive.
oh, it's not far.
No, it's not far at all.
So if we fly in, we'd be flying into Atlanta and driving, or would we fly into Nashville?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I think you go to Atlanta no matter what though, because that's like
If
their.
domestically, yeah.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
It's the main airport.
How would you do that?
So if someone was coming from California, from LA,
Chattanooga has their own
you could probably do
airport
either, I
too.
guess. I think I was actually on a live yesterday. I do 2 episodes a week. We just started it a month ago, and I think Cash was saying he's got 3 spare seats from Atlanta. So I think Cash is going to be my taxi driver.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited. And
But Cash, be prepared.
are you competing?
Sorry, mate. Go. No. No, I'm too old.
You know, I was really shocked at how
But
far I made it in the last comp, and I was really excited to be going to WFTC, but you know, some things happen, and you know, I decided to be a little more financially responsible, so I opted out of going. But like, I really want to go in there and get my hands dirty. Like, I don't know, I'm itching to compete.
yeah.
It's so much fun.
How long have you been in it for?
I've been tinning for I want to say like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I've been, you know, I worked as a prepper for I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago, and then I mean I've tinted on and off then too, but just
Okay.
like you know on my own car, um, but like working under Rick McIntyre is it, and you know, are you familiar with Matt Blackmer? He's got tint stuff, that YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yes.
He
Yeah.
was
Tip
actually
stuff,
an
I believe.
employee at the tint shop. Yeah, he was an employee. He was the tinner at the shop that I was prepping at. So I got to learn under him a little bit.
Uh,
Yeah. So
yeah. I've never I've met him, but I've watched a few of his videos, and he seems to he knows stuff when it comes to training and that, which is cool. I mean, anyone that sort of spends their own time and money recording videos and trying to help people, yeah, I give them a lot of credit, because it it takes time and energy to do so. But yeah, it's awesome to have more people like that.
Oh yeah, and Cash said that I competed at the first reunion, and I placed. I think it was last place or second to last place the first time I computed, and um
Oh,
this
and at the first one.
yep, at the first one, and then the second one
Okay,
I placed like 27th or something like that. So like I made it almost halfway up the roster.
that's cool.
Yeah, it
I mean,
was just
I
like, huh?
the one that just passed in Athens. I mean, there was some really high scores. I've only been to like 3 or 4 competitions,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think at some point, if you scored like 97.5 or below, you're outside of the top 10,
Yeah.
which that's wild. Like at that point, anyone can win. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so many elite people but to be in that top 10, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy, the quality and the competition. I'd never seen nothing like it. It was awesome.
You
Bring
know,
bring
and
out the good guys.
I'm a two stager too, so like I feel like I don't know if I would call it a handicap, but I just feel like two stagers are kind of dying out, and I feel like there's a lot more bottom loaders than there are two stagers, and to see that I can like keep up with like a lot of people who are also bottom loading, it like really means a lot to me, and like I don't know.
If you can, I went through about 4 years of bottom loading everything. I guess once you're good at it, you can bottom load any car, and it depends what car you're competing on. You throw in some prestige cars, then maybe you would be an advantage, like all the BMWs, Mercedes, Lexus, Jaguar. Like I two stage those.
Yeah.
So I mean, in competition, some of them are hard to pull if you want to pull the seal out and stuff.
Yo.
So I think being a two stager would be a huge advantage on cars like that.
Yeah.
But it just depends what you're working on, you know.
Yeah.
Did you learn two stage, or is that why you went to it, or you just prefer it?
No, I learned two stage. And I feel like I've gotten it to the point where I don't really struggle like like tucking, or I've learned my way around side creases, and I feel like I do a
Yeah,
pretty flawless job two staging. So I just it's what I know. So like if it doesn't break, or if it's not broke, why fix it, and I don't know, like I've gotten a little better at pulling door panels because of I was wrapping my wife's car, and in the door handle on the door jamb, I like untightened that screw a little bit too
yeah.
far, and it dropped in the door panel. So I I learned how to take apart a door panel, and then I discovered that like a lot of cars are similar, where like behind that panel or behind the handle, there's that little like piece you pop out, and there's
Yeah, yeah.
like screws and
Right in there. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, I've thought about it. I know that there's some where you can just like lift up and pull out, but like
Pull the
there's
rubber.
so many like cars, you're making models that like I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a lot to like figure out what sweeps pull out without like a whole lot, and what don't, and like what sweeps are also held in by like a zip screw up front. I don't know. I feel like if
I
I
think,
can just two stage it, then like there's no really point in
right.
learning all that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it helps. Like I think when I started getting back into bottom loading again, I went into I was doing car dealership work. So you're doing like Hyundai, Kia as well, and they all you can just pop back and pull the seal out. So I think, but you're doing a lot of repetitive work, so it's a lot easier. If you're in a retail shop, you got different cars, different models every day. You know, it's a
Mm.
bit hard, I guess, to get into that routine. But when you're doing the same thing, like you've got a Mazda 3 and you've got four to do in the same day, you kind of work it out, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And have you ever watched Richard Jackson tint a window?
No,
Dude, that guy is insane. Like he'll like pop a panel, have it like prepped, installed, and then the panel back on like in like 2.5 minutes. And I'm like,
that's
geez,
fussy.
that's
Is he,
yeah,
um,
that's crazy.
is he is he downtown LA?
Yeah.
Is that his tin shop?
Yep.
I was actually gonna reach out to him because I'll be over. I fly October 28th with my family, so I'm going to be staying in Carson. So I'm not too far from him, but I
Yeah.
was going to actually reach out to him, and I will be there for a couple of weeks. I was going to see if I can pop down and say hello to him and have some lunch and stuff.
Yeah, be prepared for some Korean barbecue, because I think that's his favorite food.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Yep.
I might I'll message him after this call, but it'd be good to catch up. Yeah, we're just staying there, and then I'm going to shoot over to SEMA for 2 or 3 days. Um, with some catch up with everyone over at SEMA for 4 days, and then yeah, back to LA.
Dude, that's real. That sounds like a good time. I've never been to LA. I've never been to California in general. I think the furthest west I've been is Colorado, and I loved it
Yep.
there. I feel like the demeanor and people is so different once you cross the Mississippi River. It's just like a whole new world.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's like so warm and welcoming. Like, oh, you're from Michigan. Like, let's hang out. Let's go to the bar. But like out here, everyone's like, stay the fuck away from me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of LA. It's so busy. Like coming from Australia, you go there and it's just you ask for directions to somewhere or you tell them they're like, oh, but then they throw in the LA traffic thing, which is at any point in the day it could be just gridlocked 6 lanes each way and there's no explanation.
Man.
It's bullshit. We went from Tijuana one time. Like, so we crossed the border. So as we're from attempting to cross the border to get to LA, I mean, you could do it in maybe 3 or 4 hours, and I think it took us 9.
Oh,
It was just brutal. We got pulled over at the border because they're kind of saying, well, how come my wife is Mexican, US citizen, so
yeah.
we're there, and they're saying, well, how come you're got an Australian passport, your wife's got a US, and your kids have all got US passports because they hold Australia and US,
Yeah.
and they're just asking a ton of questions, and we'd just gone over to see family for like one day, so we were held up there for 2 hours.
Wow.
Eventually they let us go, and then to get to LA, it was just bumper to bumper the whole way. But we lost the whole day just trying to drive. It's yeah, it's crazy until you've experienced it. There's nothing fun about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might be okay without checking out LA. I think the only thing I want to see in LA is Richard.
Yeah. Well, we're going to the Lakers because Lakers are playing against Orlando Magic on the 30th,
Oh,
I
nice.
believe. Yeah, so I think there's about 6 of us going to watch the Lakers. I'm taking my son as well. So ever since I told him, all he does now, he's got his LeBron jersey on, he's got his Lakers hat on, and like every day he's sleeping in it. So he's pumped up. He's 10, so it'll be good. He'll remember it. It'll be a good time.
Are American sports a big thing in Australia?
Yeah. Like a lot of people follow the basketball.
Oh, okay.
The NFL as well gets followed. That's probably the main two. A little bit of baseball, but mainly NBA, NFL.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Sometimes it's just hard with the times because, like, when you guys have the Super Bowl, for us it's Monday morning, 10 a.m. So you're kind of at work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't really match up. But no, I love sports, so even college basketball. I kind of prefer college basketball to NBA. It's just a different level of intensity, I guess.
Yeah.
These guys, they're trying to make the league, versus the guys that make the league, and yeah, I think half of them just rest up a bit once they're in the league.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be cool. It'd be a good time. So Korean barbecue sounds like that's going to be happening.
Dude, Korean barbecue is pretty legit. I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually part Korean. So
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, so like I grew up on that stuff, and it amazes me how expensive it is at restaurants because we just make the stuff at home. So like there's like no price on it to me. Like I just go to my grandma's house and it's always there.
Yeah.
But if we don't go to the Asian market and like get the stuff ourselves, and we just want a quick bite, and we go to the restaurant, it's like, it's easily $100 US, like super easy. It's just, it's unbelievable how expensive things get. But
Yeah,
I'm learning how to cook it at home, and so I make some dishes here and there. It's just the like fermented stuff that I really don't mess with too much because all the recipes in our family is for like bulk, and I really don't have the time to make 10 gallons of kimchi, like I just
yeah.
so
We get a bit the same when we get there. We get spoiled on my wife's side, with just all Mexican food, and
yeah.
even the tortillas, it's all like they'll make them by hand, and I was just saying, oh, we'll get them from the store, but then by the time you taste the ones that are handmade, it's so much
Yep.
better. Like it's just another level, and my mother-in-law will just cook all the good stuff, and
Yeah.
all the brother-in-laws get upset because they're like, you don't make anything for us, and then as soon as Boyd comes over, you're saying, oh, I got to take 2 days off work. Boyd's coming. I need to make tamales. I need to go to the supermarket. I need to get all these things. All the boys, they get upset, but they get a good feed when I turn up because, yeah, it's just non-stop eating. It's great.
I really want to try some like down south Mexican food. Like we live in a Hispanic community around here, but like, they're like I don't know like the term for it, like naturalized or something, like you got a lot of Hispanics that moved up here like a while back. And in my experience with like my Korean heritage, my grandma came from Korea to America and she was like forced to like work with what was available, so like
Yeah,
I don't know, I wonder if there's like major differences like with authentic Mexican food here versus like authentic Mexican food out there,
yeah,
but
possibly.
my
In California, there's like the Latino community is huge. So you go to supermarkets where everything's in Spanish. Like, yeah, if you don't speak Spanish, you're going to be trying to ask for help or just picking things. So they do
Yep.
get a lot of the ingredients because I know that we bring some in, or when I go to the States, like I was with Mike Watson, and when we're in Athens, I said, "Hey man, I've got this list. I need to get all these, Mexican candies and some ingredients for my wife and candy for the kids." So we found a Mexican grocery store, and
Uh-huh.
it's funny. Like Mike was in there, and I think I was with Graham from Australia, and they're just walking around, looking around, and I was like digging out all the stuff because, yeah, I think they get catered to over there just fine. Um, yeah, but it's good. I know. I don't know. I've had food in Mexico. Like I've been there a dozen times, and it tastes similar. But the thing they have there is like roadside tacos, and
Yeah.
that I knew nothing about it. Right, so we're driving and it's nighttime, and we just pull up outside this house, and this lady comes out and asking what we want, and so we've ordered. She runs back inside the house and just brings out like trays of tacos, right? And they're like $1 each or something like that, and
Yeah.
they were the best tacos I've ever had. Just like street tacos, just roadside. Um,
Yeah.
a funny experience once. I had my daughter, so we're in Tijuana. There's me, my daughter, my nephew, my wife, and we went to this little cart, and they do like corn with cheese and chili and stuff like that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so we would go to the cart, and we get this, and I order a soda, like a can of Coke. I think it was Coca Cola, and they get the can, and they just pour it into a plastic bag, and then they
Yeah.
stab a straw in the side, and then they give you the bag, and I'm standing there holding this plastic bag, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? But they do that, and then they recycle the cans. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Mexican food is so good.
Dude, I love carnitas. That's like my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pork,
yeah,
yeah, pork carnitas. Like I make a pretty good pork carnita. It takes me like 9 or 10 hours to make
yeah,
those. Like I just like throw it in the slow roaster and I just like super slow. I use pork shoulder,
yeah.
or we call it pork butt out here. I'm not sure what you guys
No,
call it up there, but
we did pork shoulder on I think Friday. We had people over, so my wife did it. But yeah, it's cooked all day. But yeah, we call it
yeah.
pork shoulder.
Yep, and I just like shred it up, and it's
Yeah,
so good. And like my
yeah.
dogs go crazy like the entire day, man. My dog was just be like crying in the in the
They
in the
smell it.
other side of the house, man. So
Yeah,
good. I give him stuff too. I take the water out the bottom and I pour it into his food, and he's a good boy
yeah,
after that.
that's cool.
uh, well, yeah, man. Well, hey, it's really cool having you. So what are you driving into work?
Yeah, so it's 7:40. We just received a shipment, so I've got pallets to get put away and stuff like that. Just get started. I
Oh,
need to finish
nice.
a bit early today to take my daughter to an orthodontist. She's got a checkup. So I'm
Nice.
just trying to get in a little bit early to get ahead, and then I'll take off this afternoon and do that. But yeah, I'm about half a mile from work, so get in and get started.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, it was great talking to you, man. I really appreciate you coming on and keeping me company while Rick is on vacation.
Yeah, sorry I'm not as active as normal. Just the time difference. It's normally afternoons, and we're getting busy through the day. So if ever you need me on, just message me on Facebook and say, "Hey, you're on," and I'll make it happen.
Yes, sir. Hey, well, thanks for coming by, boy. You have a great one.
Take care. See you guys.
Yep. Bye. Wow, that was cool. That was really fun. I want to go to Australia, but it seems like a really long ride. Probably. Oh, oh, I saw Jesus. Nice. It's always fun. Makes me happy when I see people buy the Redline Extractor 3/8 inch with the correct handle. Hey, what's up, Invasion? How's it going? Ooh, we got 8 YouTubers on here now. Awesome. Any chance you heard the part about WFR's family reunion next year in Chattanooga? Because if you did, you should go. Because it's going to be lots of fun. Let me see if I can pull it up. Family reunion. WFR. Wonder if any of it's gotten pulled up. Oh, the website's not working. It is going to be, I believe, August of next year. The last week in August, and it's going to be in Chattanooga. Oh yeah, that's a bummer. Window family reunion. YouTube. So let's see. Anything new and exciting going on? Did you happen to give away the whole shop like Rick was joking about? Oh man. I don't know what we got to give away. I think we have like a few hoodies left, but I think they're all like large. Do you want a large hoodie? I think we ran out of fusion freebies. Uh, yeah, I don't really. Free ceramic window film, one of each size. Oh yeah, I just gave away our last XL today. I can send you one out tomorrow if you still want a large. Would you prefer a zip up or pullover? Yeah, they're really nice. I should break mine out, but I just got this like cool flannel from Costco. It's made by Orvis, that fly fish company. It keeps me pretty warm. Yeah, I think we need new hats though. And I'm not sure if T Town's busy. Next Tool Talk Tuesday, we should I'll convince Rick to get new hats from T Town. Let's gotta get in line. What are you working on today, T Town? Well, seems to be a little dead today. Um, with Rick being gone, and I think UPS on the way, I think we're gonna call it a wrap. Um, So with that, you guys have a great week. Um, we will see you next week.